All right, everybody. Hope you are doing well this Monday night. Welcome to Note Night in America. As always, Scott Carson, your host. Excited to be with you guys today. Just absolutely excited. I'll tell you, I'm a little worn out, a little frazzled from working on some stuff that I've been really excited about over the last couple days. And so I'll get into that in a little bit. But welcome to Note Night in America. As always, excited to have you guys joining me here live on Monday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If this is your first time here, welcome. We have hit the record button. These are all recorded. Yes, they are. And you can always get the replays by going to either weclosenotes.tv, which should take you directly to our YouTube account. And when you're there, please make sure to subscribe. You'll see a playlist. All our Note Night in America replays are on a specific playlist. The Note Closer Show podcast is also out there. Make sure you subscribe so you get alerted of things. I mean, I think we're at just under 3,500 subscribers on YouTube. I would love to hit the 4,000 before the end of the year. So subscribe there and you'll be notified of all the new videos that we upload and training. But also check out the podcast as well. If you listen to podcasts, you can listen to a variety, our three major podcasts: Note Night in America, Note Closer Show, and also Note Camp will be coming out here as well relatively soon. We'll have all the recorded sessions from the Note Camp. I started those a month ago, getting uploaded here in the next couple of days there for you. But once again, thank you guys all for listening, subscribing. We've had over 25 million listeners on our radio network for the Note Closer Show podcast. We've also exceeded 600 plus episodes, over 620,000 downloads of the podcast. And so just absolutely overjoyed at just what you guys are doing and listening. That's what keeps me going. As long as you guys keep listening, I'll keep cranking episodes out. And we said we got some really great episodes that we'll be releasing here next month. We've got a whole bunch that we released just a few weeks ago and the last couple of weeks as well too. So thanks for listening, thanks for commenting, thanks for sharing as always. So, but we'll love it if you leave a review, let me know. But before we dive into the main content, I do want to share, maybe you guys have seen the email, seen some of the social media posts. Tomorrow is National Social Media Day. And so you guys have seen us do some things over the past couple of years. Social Media Day, it was started in Seattle in 2010 by Mashable.com. That's evolved so that other cities across the country, now also across the world, are taking place. And here in Austin, it would have been 3 years ago. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 years ago, it was announced here with my friend Christy Whites and Elijah Whites. They got the city of Austin to declare June 30th as Social Media Day in Austin. And the following year, her and I and Elijah, her husband, the three of us, we did a 27-hour live stream with over 40 speakers across the world, with over about we had 150,000 views on that live stream. Well, I didn't do one last year. I was busy, tied up, and Chris and Elijah were so busy, but I wanted to bring it back because I'm like, hey, I'm at home. What the heck else am I going to do? So I reached out to 24 of my really good friends who are all social media experts who have helped me in some sort of fashion in marketing and a variety of things. And so I'm honored that all this group decided to come aboard and on the crazy train tomorrow and join me for 12 hours straight of marketing. Now, if you guys are looking to help take your marketing to the next level, all of these experts have something to add. It may be something small, it may be something big on how to use Instagram, how to use LinkedIn video, how to joint venture with other potential marketers or the people that help you go faster. We've got people from 6 different countries speaking. We start off with Italy. Milan, Italy, one of the main speakers is from Canada, Barbados, all right, Australia, the United States. I'm forgetting something else too. I know I'm forgetting somebody else. But anyway, pretty excited about this. It is free to attend. There is no cost, all right? No 27-hour marathon, Bill Griesemer. I'll be lucky to get through 12 because this time tomorrow night I'll be just getting in the last final home stretch. So, but thanks, buddy. Maybe we'll do it for later on in September. But thank you for that, though. Yeah, no. But tomorrow's a 12-hour, 8 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 9 a.m. East Coast time. Obviously, a little early for those on the West Coast, 6 a.m. But 24 speakers every 30 minutes. We're bringing somebody else on to talk about marketing and what they're doing in a variety of fashions. And so I'm really honored. We had some big hitters, some people doing some amazing things. I'll tell you this, it will not be a dull 12 hours tomorrow. So if you're looking for something interesting to do, something to keep you entertained and learn at the same time, go to socialmediaday2020.com. Get registered for it. There's about 220 registrants for it already. Of course, we'll live stream it, but well, you see Steph, she might make an appearance, but I think she's going to be busy hitting the salon tomorrow. So she to avoid having to hear me talk for 12 hours straight. Her and I both have been very busy the last couple of days. She's been a part of the Tony Robbins challenge the last 6 or 7 days, and today was the final day of that. And I've also been a big part of the Two Common Club ClickFunnels virtual event that they took place Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So got some great things going on. I'm really excited. She might make an appearance at the end of the day to like fan me, to bring me a Red Bull, fresh cup of coffee, who knows. But tomorrow will be a lot of fun. I can tell you this, you will learn something valuable tomorrow. I guarantee it. If not, I'll refund whatever it costs to pay. It's a free event, so join us, okay? If you can't make it the whole day, hey, I'm sorry. If you register for it, you'll see the time frame. And here's the thing. I don't have exact topics everybody's be covered. I have a bit of an idea, but I kept it wild card because I think we're going to be changing up some of the things along the way as people are listening to other speakers talk and tweaking their content. So if you have any questions about socialmediaday2020.com, you can ask questions, join in live, and yes, we will be live streaming it as well. Let's see who's on here tonight. I know I saw Mr. Bill, so I'm Jeff Wolf, Arthur, Barry, Bill, there we go. Bobby, Charles, great to see you guys. Jeff, Jerome, Joe and Rich, Ken, Keith, Linda, got a bunch of great folks. Some new people. Wayne, Vanessa, awesome. Steve, Sterry, Robert. Okay, good stuff, guys. But anyway, if there are any questions about that, about Social Media Day, then we'll dive in to the main content for tonight. So I have been sitting here like many of you guys. I'm going to stop my share for a second here. Probably going a little stir crazy. I think many of us can agree that we've gone a little stir crazy. You know, I buzzed my hair off because I couldn't go get a haircut. What is that right there? I'm getting crazy on there and butting my head. You know, growing a little beard. You know, we're planning. I think many of us are going a little stir crazy, and I was really surprised over the last week. I've been sitting here like how the market's changing. I think everybody is curious on what's taking place in the market, and it's different on a state-by-state basis. Okay, and you know, what's it going to be in this one city? And if I can't leave, you know, like we had an outbreak here in Austin, so we're kind of tied down here in Austin again for 2 months, which is okay. But that's what I'm trying to get at is when I look back to what happened back after 2008 and all the stuff that hit the thing, one of the most productive things I did was jump on the road, go out and go, you know, I don't want to say go door to door, but literally hit city by city, traveling across the country. Well, of course I can't do that now, but why not? Why can't I? In this world of the 21st century and all the digital stuff, why not? So came up with the idea to do our own virtual nationwide tour here. And I'm going to be a little crazy about this. You know me, guys. Crazy is my middle name. We're going to do this. We're calling it the Note Nation 40 Tour. Now, I briefly hinted about this a couple of weeks ago with some social media posts. We're going to hit 40 cities in roughly 45 days. And I'm not doing it every day, but I'm going to basically pull the top 40 markets that we figured stuff is at, or we'll see, we'll get a lot of questions about. And we're going to spend time going through those markets a little bit, hour and a half webinar, instead of doing it, trying to do it all on Note Night in America here, which would take forever. And I don't want to do it all on a podcast. So we're setting these up specifically for you guys to really dive into. So it's a 40 city tour. You can go to notenationtop40.com. That is the URL to see kind of see the cities we'll dive to. We'll go to that in 1 second. But basically, we're going to be doing a virtual touring of the top 40 markets out there across the country. All right, we're going to be hitting some specific things. This is going to run from July 7th. That's a Tuesday, so not this Tuesday. It's a week from tomorrow. And it's going to run through August 19th. And we'll be doing specific city webinars like this, but we're going to be bringing on some experts in the cities. We'll be not only discussing the markets, the trends, the current timing, some of the different opportunities we see in the residential commercial side, and also talking, hey, is this a good or bad market to be investing in and what you should be focused on, all right? I'm really stoked about this, and just the brief couple of weeks I've talked about and reached out, I had a lot of people, a lot of vendors, a lot of people that say, yes, we want to be a part of this. And so we're pretty stoked about this. Now, I don't want to drag this out over 40 weeks, God knows, but we are going to really kind of to ram a lot of information for those that are interested. So the 40 city tour, basically, I want to know what you guys would like to see. And I'm asking this question of you guys tonight. What would you like to see as a part of this as we talk about specific markets? Now, of course, we're going to find an investor-friendly realtor to come on, talk about the markets of trends, short sales, days on market, what they see moving, where they see the most amount of opportunity themselves. We're working on that right now. Got about a third of the list kind of identified of them to be on, and realtor is excited to be a part of this. And at the end, you know what we'll have a list of 40 realtors in the top 40 markets that we can reach out to for all sorts of things. That's really the big thing there too. All right, that's a huge thing. Bill likes difference in laws that would affect note investors in each state. I like that. Yes, we'll definitely talk about the legal side. We'll also be highlighting investment clubs in the air, whether it's a national RIA club or a meetup group. We'll be talking about some of the ways that you can network, whether you're local or virtually. We'll also talk about foreclosure eviction timeframes in each city, what's going on, where we've seen things. Do we foresee in some markets that rent being waived for 6 months or forbearance agreements changing? All right. Current economic news that would affect markets, either good or bad. Yep, we'll definitely talk about that, Bill. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Well, also, we're taking it a little step further. We're looking for deals. Can we agree with that? It's great to know more about a market, but if you don't know about deals, so I'm actually going to be targeting also, hey, banks that might be in trouble in those states and that might have deals. Cross-referencing the Bauer financial list, maybe Distress Pro a little bit for banks in troubles that might have deals. We'll talk about those as well. We're going to break it down also on a very micro level with some of our resources as well. Number of investors, as far as IRA investors in a specific city. Already got a list of those for the top 40. It's amazing. Those that have money, those that have over 150 grand too. We're pulling those lists right now as well as also looking at the number of people associated as number of real estate investors in these specific markets. Wouldn't you like to have a network of all the investors in a specific city? I know I do. I know I do. Who doesn't, right? So we're pretty stoked about that. We'll have those specifics, those statistics for you. We're just really kind of excited about there. Oh, and here's another thing. This is an important thing for you guys. I'm putting a call out. We want to include a section in each city we talk about. It may not be long, maybe 10 minutes, about specific case studies. If you've bought a note in a particular city that we're featuring, whether it's a non-performing, performing, you had foreclosed, loan mod, whatever, I would love to hear about you, and we'd like to make you a panelist. We'd like to highlight you in those specific cities. I know, right? Craziness. What? Scott's going to help promote us as being an investor in a specific city? I know. I'm just that kind of generous guy out there, right, to help you guys make that happen. No, there is no charge to share case studies. Now, we're not going to go with 12 case studies each city. That would take an hour. But we will highlight a couple case studies as we get rocking and rolling in the particular areas. All right. So, that's when I think back to what I did. That's what I did. I went 10 years ago. I went to the local meetup group. I went and hung out, or I was the keynote speaker at it. I'm not looking to speak at meetup groups because obviously meetup groups are mostly virtual. But if you guys do know of a RIA club that would like to have the market talked about or have somebody talk about notes, I would love to still be their virtual speaker on things as well for you. So if you know anybody, let me know. We'll be glad to highlight them. If you have an investor-friendly realtor in one of our 40 cities that you would like to see us talk with and drive them some business, I would love to get their contact information. You can email me at scott@weclosenotes.com, and we'll go from there too. Now, one of the things, we'll pull up the website here in just a second. So I would love for you all to get on the bus. Now, I don't expect all of you to be on all 40 webinars. I don't expect that. You would be just so sick and tired of hearing me talk probably. No, I'm not looking for federal credit unions. Oh, Willie says federal credit unions are small banks that are investor friendly. We're not going to spend time on that. No, Willie. The reason why is most of the time when you're buying distressed notes, you're not going to go to a bank to get a loan on a non-performing note. And we're going to target basically the investors in the area, either the real estate investors or the IRA investors. And a lot of that's going to be crossover that you should reach out to for that. So no offense to that. It's a great idea if we were going traditional real estate, but not, we won't be focusing on that. So I don't want to lead you on with anything false. But I would love for you guys to get on the bus and join the virtual sprinter as we drive across the country over the next 2 months. And basically what's the thing is we're going to be doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 on Tuesdays, 1 on Wednesday, 2 on Tuesdays, 1 on Wednesdays, 2 on Thursdays, and then 1 on Sundays. And then, of course, I have my normal Night in America topic because we've got some great speakers that are already lined up in RSVP. So we've got a lot of content that we're cranking out here for you guys over the next, definitely really 60 days. I'll be with a lot of stuff. So Bill's, from Bill says, great concept. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So let's talk about the markets, okay? Should we jump on and take a look at the markets out here? Let's do so. So let me do a new share. I should have there we go. All right, so if you go to Note Nation Top 40, that'll take you right here. All right. And if you want to be alerted, here's the thing. If you do want to be alerted to all 40, just go here and stay tuned for the more information, and we'll add you to a specific list. All right. And you'll still have to register individually for a lot of these things. But still, hey, you can go there, register. Like I said, we start in 7 days, 22 hours, 41 minutes, and 33 seconds. I'm pretty stoked about this. Kind of a crazy idea, but like I said, I spent years traveling the country when I thought it would be like 30 weeks. It turned into 3.5 years, one of the best things to do. You know, I'm not going to be flying, driving, but this is the best thing that I can do by bringing it all to you guys. And I get a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm scared to reach out, you know, especially when I look at the questions from Note Camp, as people's biggest fears or people's biggest hurdles they want to overcome. This is what we're looking to do, is build this kind of Rolodex in literally 2 months for you guys, and have a lot of fun talking about great stuff for you guys to take advantage of and dive into it and meeting along the way too. So top 40 markets in alphabetical order. We are not running from 1 to 40. It would take a little while to do that, a lot longer. So I wanted to kind of impact it. And so we're kind of hopping all over the place. So East Coast to West Coast, that way we get 2 in the same night. But anyway, Atlanta, Austin, Baltimore, Birmingham. As you can see on here, you can see the specific dates and times that will be hosting us. And you can click on the thing under the green button there to book your spot for that specific webinar, that specific city on the Note Nation Top 40. And I didn't, if you are like, I'm in Atlanta, I don't want to invest in Atlanta, then you don't. I don't want to invest in Baltimore, totally fine, okay? You can do that. But after that, it's Boston, Charlotte, Chicago, Cleveland, Columbus, Dallas, Denver, Detroit, Houston, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Kansas City, that's both Missouri and Kansas, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Miami, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Nashville, New Orleans, New York City, Oklahoma City, Orlando, Philadelphia, Phoenix, Pittsburgh, Portland, Raleigh or Raleigh-Durham, Sacramento, Salt Lake City, San Antonio, San Diego, San Francisco, Seattle, St. Louis, Tampa, and Washington, D.C., which I would very soon may become the 51st state out there. So lots of markets. You know, we could not hit, I don't want to be here, so we just said, let's go with the top 40 and go from there. And that's the top 40 markets. And for the mass majority, there's some great stuff there. There are some cities here that are being affected a little bit more than others. But, you know, so they're doing, you know, like you said, we see some of you, the registration's a month and a half out. That's fine. It's going to take a little while for me to put some webinars and slide shares together for you guys out there and the PowerPoints, but we'll be sharing those also on SlideShare. But like I said, if you would like to be on, you've got a deal, you can always email me at scott@weclosenotes.com and talk about your deal and your case study. If it's in one of these particular cities or very near, would love to have you come on and talk about the case study. All right. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns from anybody out there? This is free. It doesn't cost you a thing to be registered. This is completely me spending my time in the research I'm doing for all 40 cities, because I believe we are going to see a huge wave of defaults across the country. And I think we know this all, everybody. I think we all have to understand it and understand that we're going to see a huge wave of evictions and then foreclosures, and obviously the note business, not only residential but commercial side too. So we're going to try to focus a little bit on each city on both residential and commercial sides from the opportunities that are out there. So like I said, go to notenationtop40.com. You can register, just to stay tuned for more information, or you can go in here and start registering for your individual cities that you like the most. Like I said, you don't have to register for all 40. Somebody's gonna get mad, like, Scott, I want to register for all 40. How come I can't do it at once? Because it's different times. All right, sometimes they're 5 p.m., some 7 p.m., so I could not replicate this in Zoom, even though I thought I could. I had to create basically 40 separate webinar links and webinars instead of trying to do it uniquely like you do for Note Night in America, where you register once and you're good for all 52 or 50 of them throughout the year. So questions, comments, I'd love to hear from you guys. What other things that you would like to see in Note Nation Top 40? You guys like the idea? You dislike the idea? Scott, you're a freaking crazy person. Tell me, let me know. I want to know. And you never know what each city holds. We've had some great people on in the past that have done just absolutely bent over backwards. Some deals we're going to see more than other states out there, obviously. But I focused on some of the bigger markets. People ask me probably, well, why did you focus on LAX or San Francisco? Because those cities are being hit too in a variety of fashion. All right. Question here. This is awesome. Motrisa, can't wait. Awesome. Good stuff. This says I'm crazy. Wayne says you're crazy, but it's a great idea. Great. I thank you, Wayne. Appreciate it, buddy. We are going to focus on OKC, Mr. Wayne, and Seattle, Tacoma area up in that neck of the woods. And that's one of the things too, guys, like some of these cities like Raleigh. Well, that's like the Raleigh-Durham market. I didn't want to leave people. Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay. What else would be like, a couple areas here that are in roughly the same area. Salt Lake City, San Antonio, San Diego is kind of common. Seattle, we'll spend some time talking about Tacoma as well, which is another major city nearby. Washington, D.C., we'll spend a little bit talking about Arlington, some of those things up in the neck of the woods for you, okay? Let's see here. Well, love the concept, excited to be a part. Ernest Garcia, seems like great. Just got back home and jumped on this. Great. Willie Lewis is Baton Rouge, New Orleans. We'll talk about New Orleans because that's the major market. Baton Rouge is a smaller market, but what you'll see in Baton Rouge will also, New Orleans has been hit a lot harder, but we'll talk a little about Baton Rouge. We'll try to cover major cities if it's not just there, but we may not have a realtor from Baton Rouge, may just have from New Orleans. Okay. Kenneth says, can we make some money? How do you want to make some money? Can buying some deals? Yeah, we may have some deals. Who knows what happens between now and then? We may actually highlight some of the deals that we're seeing across our books that are rolling in from the city. So expect that. Like I said, usually the first half is going to be us getting the realtors on because I don't want them to be on to the very end. They'll flake. So bringing on realtors, talking a little bit about the markets, what's going on, what are we seeing as positive cons, opportunities in the markets, diving into kind of some of each city and state, what's unique about that, some of the different future and current opportunities, residential and commercial. Then we'll fit in a couple case studies here and there too if you've got a deal in one of those 40 markets that you've closed on. Okay. Let's see. Gilbert asks, good question. What criteria did you use to come up with the top 40 states? And these aren't all in states, 40 markets. So we just say, okay, what are the top 40 media markets out there, the biggest 40 markets out there? And we rank them basically almost 1 to 40. There's a few at the bottom that were smaller markets, but I said, well, we want to talk about some of the other cities. So 1 through 30, 1 through 35 should be pretty close to, in order, the top markets. The bottom 5, if they were duplicated or near another one, we kind of rolled them in with the other one. Okay. Good questions then. All right. Now, like I said, if you know of an investor-friendly realtor, or you're a realtor in one of these markets, heck, let me know. We'll be glad to get you on, talk about the market. There are some things that I'm going to have you do, but we've got a few spots available for realtors to come on and share their insight in the market and promote themselves too. Okay. Wayne says, I'm originally from South Dakota. When are you going to get to the bottom 40? Probably never, Wayne. Probably. Mautry says, what about the Montgomery, Alabama area? Birmingham is the only market in Alabama we'll probably talk about. we could keep going smaller and smaller, just don't have time. So we'll talk a little bit about some of the cities around it, other cities that may be opportunities. But when you talk about foreclosure timeframes and the opportunities, they'll probably apply pretty close in different markets, as long as they're in the same state for the most part. With some, you still need to have eyes and ears on the market. So this is still a good start for a lot of us guys and gals. Don't want to leave the ladies off. Ernest asks, how can we invest outside of our state in these markets? Well, that's the thing about note investing, Ernest. If you're interested in learning about investing outside of markets and how to do that, you may want to check out our one-day class in July called Note Weekend. Go to noteweekend.com. It's $49. It's a great Cliff Notes version of note investing. It's not like my 3-day workshop that we just had a couple weeks ago, but it is a great kind of get your feet wet, get comfortable. If you go to noteweekend.com and register for it, you'll get access to the previous replays we just did 2 months ago, and they'll be ready to rock and roll when we do it again in July, okay? So Ernest, great question. We go to noteweekend.com, or if you go to Note Nation Top 40, go all the way down to the bottom. We do have a link down here at the bottom in case you're interested in learning more. Just straight here, noteweekend.com. Normally $99. We're doing a 50% off, basically at $49 for you guys. Okay. Let's see what other questions, comments. Jeff, are you talking NPNs in California? Yes, we will be talking non-performing notes. Probably a lot of commercial stuff. We'll be talking about something. You got to look at. We've got San Francisco, LA, San Diego, and Sacramento. So we've got really the 4 bigger markets in that neck of the woods. Yes, some people say Orange County is not a part of LA, but those are actually, as far as media markets, Orange is kind of lumped into LA. So yes, we'll be talking about NPNs, where to find those, what opportunities are falling, because there's going to be discounted notes everywhere, all across the country. All right. So yes, we'll be talking about that Wolfman in the big K, the big CA. So once again, if you go to notenationtop40.com, pick out your city, pick out your biggest city. If you want to register for them all, by all means, go ahead and register for them all. But I would prefer you guys pick out your tuple. And you can see when we plan these, like these kick off next week. Like we'll start off, next week's will be on next Tuesday will be New York, will be the first city. I wanted to get that out of the way. New York and then San Francisco later that night. That'll be the first ones on Tuesday night as well up there for you. And then following up on Wednesday night of next week, what do we have here? Yeah, Wednesday will be, LA and New York is Tuesday, San Francisco is Wednesday, and then Phoenix and Chicago will be Wednesday night. And then we'll follow up Sunday on the 12th with Philadelphia. So that's the first week. And then we'll move from there. So we'll announce those as we email out to everybody as well, what's going on that week, what you can register for, what you don't need to register for. So that, hey, you can take advantage of it and chill as best you can. Yeah, we'll be starting this next, Tuesday night, our Note Nation Top 40. So 40 cities over basically 49 days. Go to notenationtop40.com. You can see the markets that we'll be talking about. Like I said here, and seeing the specific dates and times, and you can book your spot on the virtual bus as we break down the markets with realtors, what's going on, the good, the bad, the ugly, the opportunities, residential, commercial, and how you can kind of capitalize and go from there. It may be the greatest thing I've done. It may be the worst idea that I do along the way. So I'll tell you this, I've spent a lot in the last 72 hours working on this. And if anything, I think we put together a pretty cool website. If that works for whatever, I don't know. But like I said, everybody, if you've got a case, if you bought a note in one of those 40 markets and you'd like to be featured, or you know a realtor or an investment club that you'd like for us to feature on, please email me at scott@weclosenotes.com, and we'll put that in there and make sure to feature your case study during our hour to hour and a half webinar. Like we'll be, for those that are on the East Coast, then we follow the Pacific, we're looking for an hour and a half for each webinar. So yeah, I'll be talking quite a bit and live streaming some of this stuff as well too for you guys, but would prefer if you guys register for a couple of reasons. If you're registered in a specific city you're liking, as we get deals in, we will be targeting those out there. We'll also be targeting investors in those states, in those cities out there too. You'll be seeing us post on different Basecamp groups and Craigslist not Basecamp, I want to say Basecamp, sorry. Facebook groups, Craigslist, meetup groups in these different areas. We're leveraging a lot of things that we've done. And my goal, here's my goal, is what I would love to have. This is a crazy thing. And I know that I've gotten off on my goals the last couple of years, for 3 years straight. I was saying we wanted to put 10,000 people through our training. And we did that, 2,000 plus students a year for the most part. But here's the thing I would love, when we finish this thing up, to have 10,000 people go through this. 10,000 people show up to it. Can we do it? I don't know. But I think we can. I think I'm capable of doing that. But that's the big thing. I think there's a lot of opportunity for you guys, a lot of investors out there looking for deals. If you're a note investor, you are so far ahead of everybody else out there. So far, and probably feeling a little bit better because you're in a much better equity position, a lot more flexibility to do some things with your deals. So, like I said, I encourage you guys all to join in. As we get deals, we'll be texting stuff out. So as we get tapes in, a variety of things, we'll be sending notices out to people. That's part of what we're doing because we expect to see a lot of deals in these top 40 markets. Probably some more than others, obviously. But hey, let's get this thing rocking and rolling, and stay tuned for more information. You can click there to register, or you can jump on and pick out a couple cities for you. If you're like, I don't invest in that state or city, then by all means, don't register for it. Any other questions, comments, concerns from you guys about this? Any ideas you'd like to throw in? I think that's people registering. Stay tuned for more info, right? But anyway, stay tuned, guys. You'll see a lot of stuff coming over. I would love your support. Like I said, if you're in a particular city and you have a great realtor that you'll work with, hey, let me know. Please email me. We'll be glad to reach out to them and get them focused on and share some love, because I think we all need great realtors out there. I already registered, but when would we be able to pick our cities, or do we want to do it all? I don't, Maria, you pick your cities by going and register for the cities on here. If you go scroll down here, book your spot. You book the individual cities that you want to learn more information about, and you'll be registered for that webinar when it goes live. We'll alert you and let you know when we're doing the webinar on that specific city between July 7th and August 19th. So yeah, 49 days. Scott Carson hitting 40 cities. I'm going to be worn out, frequent flyer miles. And most of these are pretty, the dates are pretty set in stone. I don't foresee having to change it unless something happens, I get sick, or we've got something else goes on. There's only one date that might be a little bit, but for the most part, these are all going to be pretty much set in stone. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here in Austin for the most part. So excited about that. Ken, tell you what, if you're the realtor and you want to talk about Houston, then drop me an email and I'll shoot you over some stuff that you'll need to pull. Defaults, days on market, kind of what you're seeing trend-wise. And yeah, we'd love to have you come on, okay? I would rather feature you guys than anybody else. That's the first and foremost. So yeah, let's talk about, if you're knowledgeable about the Houston market, let's get you on and talk about it, all right? So NoteNationTop40.com. If you miss out on that tonight, don't worry about it. Obviously, you'll be seeing a lot of us over the next couple of weeks with this stuff. We kick off, I think, next Monday night, though. We're pretty excited. We've got Darren Blumquist from auction.com coming on and talk about the market as a whole, kind of as a kickoff to this thing. It's either this coming Monday, a week from tonight, or the following Monday as well. So pretty stoked about that. Keith, good to see you, buddy. I got a great idea. I'll plan on making quite a few of these 40Cs. I figured it. That's the way I look at it. When I look at the markets, what are we seeing? What do we need to know? We've got people in, and going from there. So I didn't pick small markets because I wanted to be able to pull good quality information for each and every one of you. So thank you, guys. That's about all I've got tonight. Once again, join me tomorrow for National Social Media Day. Go to socialmediaday2020.com. It's free to register. It's a 12-hour live stream. You don't have to join all day long. Come in, come out, but would love to have you on there. And then we'll see you guys later on. See you, if not tomorrow, then we'll see you next Monday night. Thanks, y'all.